over Mississippi Valley State. Coach, congratulations. I'm sure there's a lot of things to be happy about in this one, but in terms of defense, what did you like there? Because there was a 6-minute stretch at the end of the first half where Valley didn't score a field goal, and then about 4 minutes to start that second half. So about 10 minutes worth of clock time where you didn't give up a basket to those guys.
Yeah, I thought we did a good job for the most part defensively, and give them credit. They showed a lot of patience offensively, more so than they had in their previous games, and I thought it really helped them. They're harder to defend when they make you play for long periods of time. I give them some credit. This game, the final score, it didn't feel like we won by 40, to be honest with you. And I'm glad that we got everybody a chance to play tonight. We got everybody on our team a chance to get out there and get a minute or two at least. I thought that TOLU did a really good job tonight. Another double-double. Iverson and DJ are fast forming one of the best backcourts in the SEC, in my opinion. Abdul does so many things that don't show up on the stat sheet. Like he had 2 great screens against them when they were trying to ice the pick and roll, the side ball screen, and he got Iverson right in the lane for easy opportunities to attack. When you look at our shooting from 3, it was good. The foul shooting is still really disappointing, especially out of DJ. I can't believe that DJ Stewart missed his foul shots. He's only 2 for 6 tonight, so that's something I know he'll work on during the break because he's a way better shooter from the foul line than that. But he had some really nice threes tonight and shot the ball extremely well. And we were very unselfish. 19 assists on our 33 baskets is something that I really appreciate, and I'm happy for that.
Iverson had a good all-around game, and it's easy to look at his offense and get hung up on what he does on that end, especially with the improved shooting this year. But he had 5 rebounds and 5 assists to go along with what he did in terms of putting the ball in the basket. And how much does that speak to not just how much he's improved his shot, but his overall game in the last year?
Yeah, his overall understanding of the game has improved in every aspect. He's a way better rebounder, a better defender, both on and off the ball, and a very good decision maker in terms of his passing. Between him with 5 assists and then Davon had 4 assists, we had 9 assists out of our point guard position, which is really nice, and it's a big thing for us.
And then Tolu comes up with another double-double tonight. It felt like it was kind of quiet watching him, but he's so good, it seems, at using his body to get position. And I know one of the things you talked to him about in shoot-around is going quick when he gets an offensive rebound. Don't try to put the ball on the floor. How much is he getting better at that? How's that helping his numbers go up offensively?
Yeah, I think it helps him a lot. He has had the habit to always dribble when he gets the ball in the post. And even his offensive foul tonight, in the second half, his 3rd foul was a dribble, where he just kept. Our rule is when you catch it in the paint, shoot. And that's a general rule, but it's the right rule for bigs.
Thank you.
Bet.
We'll go ahead and start with questions for Coach from the media. We'll go ahead and get it going with Joel. Joel Coleman will start us, and then we'll go to Garrick. Joel?
This is kind of, I guess, picking up where you were talking about there, when you get in the paint, shoot it. But you guys outscored them by 32, I think, in the paint tonight. Out-rebounded them by about 23, if my math was right there. But did you kind of feel like going in that down low, whether it was on the glass or scoring, that was an area you all had a pretty big advantage tonight?
Yeah, especially with the fact that they had 2 players. Their starting 4-man, Cunningham, was out with an injury. And then they had a kid who was slated to be eligible today, the transfer from Louisiana, who didn't play, who's a 5-man that averaged 9 and 7 last year, playing on the same team with Jalen Johnson. He's a pretty good player. So when they get those 2 kids back, they'll be more formidable up front. And, for us, we're going to have the advantage a lot of the time inside with our size, and we've got to take advantage of it because we have some disadvantages when we're having to match up with guards with a 4-man as well.
And quickly, if you don't mind following that, you told Neil there that it didn't feel like you guys won by 40 or whatever it was. Just can you kind of expound upon that? Why did it kind of not feel that way?
Because it was at 20 there for quite a while, and they were playing us tough. I thought their game plan to be really patient offensively really kept them in the game.
Go ahead,
Ben, I know in the preseason you were debating whether to keep the guys around for Christmas in Starkville or give them a few days off to let them go home. What did you decide to do, and what's kind of the game plan before Georgia?
We're going to practice tomorrow morning before they leave, and I'm going to let them go home. I just think, with everything our players have been through mentally, starting in June with COVID, everything we've had to contend with as a group, it's important to, be, able to get it with your family for a few days. And we've discussed with most of our guys are going to be really smart about staying COVID free. I mean, that's the whole key to our season is staying COVID free. And I'm just putting my trust in them. And, our testing procedures here that the SEC have put in place have been terrific. We'll test again tomorrow before they leave. They'll test again upon arrival before we can practice again. To me, it's important they get a few days to be with their family and to be able to relax at home. We have probably about 4 or 5 of them that are actually going to stay here and not go anywhere. But there'll be, 7 or 8 of them that are going home, 9 of them going home.
Then I know that you'll probably look at them a lot more closely over the next week or so, but just initial impressions of Georgia and their hot start.
I have not seen Georgia play a wink. I followed that. We had a great win over Cincinnati. I actually saw maybe 30 seconds of that, but that was it. I just followed their scores. They're playing great. They're undefeated. The point guard's really playing well. So that'll be my challenge here the next 4 days is I'll be watching film on them in preparation for practice when we come back and practice on the 26th.
We'll go ahead and get it back to Joel. Joel, go ahead.
Kind of keeping eyes on that game and looking at your team. Obviously, it's coming whether ready or not. Here it comes. But do you guys feel like, or do you feel like that you're in a pretty good spot as SEC play starts? Is there anything that's, I guess, after the 8-game non-conference slate that kind of concerns you?
I feel good about our team. I feel about the improvements that we've made. I think we're playing, pretty good defense. I think we're getting better offensively. I would love to start out the season the way it was planned with 4 games leading up to that tournament with IVERSON, everybody healthy. Things happen. It is what it is. But, the bottom line is the SEC is a whole new season. Everything starts over in terms of SEC play. And once it starts, it never stops. 19 games, and they're coming at you. Actually, 18 games because we played one in December, but 19 total. Starting, at Georgia, it's tough. It's a grind. It's going to be a real challenge. Our league is so good. And you look at Arkansas and how well they played, and Tennessee. Tennessee hasn't had a game within 20, I don't think, or 30. So we have some teams that are really playing well in our conference right now, and we're just on to the next game, which is the University of Georgia, and he's a very good coach, Tom Crean, and that's going to be a big challenge. And then we come home and play, Kentucky, Missouri, and we're at Vanderbilt, and I don't know what's after that. I just know those first 4 games in my head.
Thanks for your time, Coach.
Okay, thank you. I want everybody to have a Merry Christmas. Hope you all have a great time, and blessings to all. And let's remember the reason for the season: Christ, our Lord.
You too, Ben, and thank you. Merry Christmas to you and your family.